Hello, everyone. So this week I researched websites that you can buy video games from. I researched different sites like Gamefly.com, GameStop, Game Over Video Games, and Newegg. So I'm going to start with GameStop. GameStop was an overall pretty good site. It had a nice visual hierarchy to the entire thing. It was easy to navigate, easy to read. It was very user-friendly. Pretty much, as long as you knew what you were kind of going there to do and like what you were searching for, you were able to find everything right at the homepage, which was awesome. They offered different places, like locations where you can go and pick up things at the store itself. They offered different careers that you could actually like apply right there and like kind of get your foot in the door at the company. They offered the different kinds of genres and user ratings, plus the ESRB, which is the video game rating system. They offered like things that you could search using that, so you can look for a mature game or something rated teen or something rated everyone. So that way, if you're a parent, you can easily find something that's appropriate for your child. That was pretty key when it came to like this kind of selling point when it came to the website, because if it didn't have something like that, you're kind of blocking out an entire audience that you could be using. So Gamefly was another website. They more so dealt with video game rentals. Now, renting video games isn't exactly what I was going for, but this company decided that they would also do that. You could buy used games and new games from them. That wasn't their focal point, though. So as far as like an aesthetic design to the website, it was kind of basic. There wasn't much going on. It wasn't as user-friendly as GameStop, and it wasn't that eye-catching or pleasing to look at. It was kind of very, very boring. And it did have a video running of all their top sellers, of all their things that were really good for that week. But other than that, it was kind of... They offered the same kind of search options, except they didn't have an ESRB. They didn't have a rating system option that you could search by that, which, again, like if you're a parent looking for something for your kid, it's a very good feature to have on a website that sells that kind of stuff. I mean, you can, like a lot of movie websites do that kind of stuff. You can search by rating, so that way you don't find content that's not for you. It's filtered out. So another company I looked at was Newegg.com, which kind of borrowed Amazon's design aspect to it. It kind of had everything on the left side of the screen that you can kind of filter through. All the filters were on the left side of the screen, and then you could search at the top pretty much everything that you wanted. And that was like the biggest selling point for them. They kind of had a user face that was already widely accepted and known, so it was kind of easier to get around that website. As far as content, it was like aesthetically not that pleasing. It was known, so that was the best thing that it had going for it. And finally, we have Game Over Video Games, which for me it was the top. It was so cool looking. It just looked like a cartoon. Like Hutch with a TV inside it, and then like games were lined up on the walls, and that's kind of like how you searched and found everything on that website was through just like a cartoon based interface, which was really smart, and especially for this kind of demographic, like who you're kind of selling to. It was great for them. It was a smart move, and again, it was very user friendly when it comes to navigating the website. You could pretty much find everything you needed to from the first page, and they offered different locations that you could look up. They offered a trade-in system, so you can trade in old games that you don't want anymore for brand new games, and that was actually really cool. And they allowed you to do it by mail, which no other company was letting you do, except for Gamefly. Gamefly allowed you to rent things through the mail and send back vice versa. But I mean, this company actually, like after you purchased it, you were able to trade it in through the mail, which was a very cool feature. Overall, my favorite two were GameStop just because it was easy to use and everything that they offered as far as their filter system, and Game Over Video Games, because of their design, was stellar. It kept you kind of like very interested in their website, and it was just a very cool way to go. So, all right, thank you. Bye.